What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I was having a conversation with my husband on our walk, and I don't know how people of YouTube land believe in astrology charts and things like that. I like them. They help me in my path of truth, and they got me here and to find the divine, higher power of God. I also think they help tell a story. And if you know of the Magi, they were readers of stars and things of that. So I believe these things kind of coexist and help. They're not something that we are supposed to worship by any means, but maybe a roadmap. I was telling him, I found it funny that when I read my chart before meeting him, before becoming a mother, there was always two sides of coin. My chart is it contradicts itself. So part of me needs structure and it needs a system and it needs a structure. It needs something that it lives by. A lot of me needs freedom and space and room to grow and to fill the senses and do the things. My whole life I was like, well, what in the world kind of job would that be? How can I do that? How can I live that? Live my truth and be happy and be me and walk along and just whatever. Because then I wasn't I was skeptical of God. I knew there was a higher power, but I was not in tune. So I'm like, how am I going to live this? I don't know. Anyways, I came, I met him. There was that relaxation of not having to worry about, because I didn't have kids yet, right? I was just stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home girlfriend at first, stay-at-home woman. I didn't even have wife title yet. Then I'm like, oh, this is great. But it was still missing something. And that was a little bit of structure. Now I have this system and the structure and the freedom, which is weird. And so I'm at the right place in the right time. And we talked about trusting God. So I trust God. I trust the story. I trust the man. And I am at the sweet spot that my natal chart talks about, which is, having freedom and structure and being a stay-at-home mom. If you're a parent in general, you know that there's all these structures and systems that you need to follow, especially with little kids while you're teaching them things and teaching them how to regulate and be part of society. They need fed and feedings and nap times and things like that. So there's structure, but there's freedom to do stuff because kids are just wild and free naturally. So this fits perfectly. It fits the bill, and I'm so grateful to be here. And it allowed me to be my authentic self and become, the author, the talker on YouTube, the yapper, the wife, the loving, learning to make bread, this authentic version of myself. And it's been great. So I wanted to read a little quote from the Gnaw and the Void. Go check the link in the bio. It fit perfectly the bill in what I was trying to capture when I was talking to my husband. And it is, the cage was always beautiful. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the system around us. The cage is always beautiful. That was the whole point. Beautiful cages are the ones you forget to leave. We live in a society where they make it so that everything is so easy and accessible, but you're missing something. A lot of the times, all of these things that are put on us are blockages to listening to the voice of God. In my opinion, what I've learned, the chemicals that they put in water, food, lotions, soaps, toothpaste, all these things, to the pesticides on foods and things like that, to social media, to events being planned that keep us separated and not as a community, things of that sort. Right? All of these things help keep a mass of people in a cage. They make it so beautiful, right? You get your paycheck, you get your 401k, you get this, you get that. Everything's handed to you. You may have to work a little harder. You know what I mean? You may have to work 2 or 3 jobs or have 2 or 3 roommates, things along that nature. But in the grand scheme of things, it's beautiful. You got a nice car, you got your new phone, you got your new shoes, you got all of these things. You can go to nice restaurants, and it's beautiful and it's lovely. Not to say that these things aren't great, but when you break free from that cage, and sometimes it's rough at first, and you don't persevere, you don't get to see the real beauty in trusting, God, and trusting your vision for yourself, the beauty of freedom. You got to find structure there too, but you don't get to see the true beauty of freedom in the true greatness of it all. So if you feel like, you know, you're unhappy, but you got these nice things, try to break free from the system a little bit. And while you're at it, go check out my book. I gotta go get back to these kids and make my bread. I love you. God loves you.